So I'm going to show you my booty workout, but I wanted to discuss it first so that you really understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I used to run a lot, and last year I was living in Sweden and I was actually training for my first marathon, which I was super excited about. I was going to run the marathon in Stockholm. Unfortunately, I got a knee injury. Since then, it's been just over a year. I've been to a lot of physiotherapists, a lot of massage therapists, to try and figure out what's wrong with me. And basically the problem is that I have to work on my posture. I have to strengthen my glutes. So what I'm showing you in the video is not only so that you can have a nice booty, but so that you can also have strong glutes so that you can prevent injuries. If you're like me, I have an anterior pelvic tilt. So basically what that means is I sit naturally more with my butt out and my back arched. Now I'm exaggerating right now, but what should happen is I should squeeze my butt and be straight here, but I'm naturally like this. So when I'm running, my hips get off balance. I have weak hips, so I get off balance here, and it ultimately affects my knees. So basically what I have to do is strengthen my butt and stretch my hip flexors so that these can be stretched and this can be tight so that my posture is like this and not like this. So in the video we're going to discuss how to stretch these and strengthen this, as well as you can build a nice booty too.
So the first thing I'm going to do before I start my booty workout is I'm going to stretch out my hips, and I'm going to try and open up my hip flexors, because tight hip flexors will prevent hip hyperextension, which ultimately will prevent glute activation. So after a few stretches for your hip flexors, you then want to go and do some body weight exercises to make sure that your glutes are really activating. Your glutes really can be called sleeping giants. They're often dormant and underused. So you really want to make sure that the exercises that you are doing, you're really focusing on squeezing your glutes and activating your glutes. The reason for this is so that when you add weights, you're still activating your glutes and other muscles aren't taking over. Next, I'm going to do a reverse glide lunge. I really like this exercise because it serves a number of purposes for me. First of all, because I ran a lot as a child and a teenager, I still try and run a lot, my knees get a lot of impact. But because I had a knee injury last year, I need to try and avoid this impact. So doing a forward lunge is just adding that impact to my knee. So instead, if you do a reverse lunge, you can save your knees, but at the same time, by going back into that stretch, you're stretching your hip flexor on one side while you're strengthening the glute on the other side. It's really important that when you glide your foot back up, you're really pulling with your glute. You really want to get that muscle-mind connection and really focus on pulling with your glute. So hip thrusters are normally done with a barbell. The reason why I use the leg extension machine is because my hips were a little sore. The barbell can be pretty tough. It's hard to find padding that's large enough on the barbell not to hurt your hips when you're moving a lot of weight. And also I got kind of lazy. Just squeezing into the leg extension machine takes less work than finding a barbell, finding a pad, finding some weights. So I would recommend using a barbell. You can get a little bit further range of motion when you're using a barbell, but if you're tight on time, or if you're a little bit lazy, or if your hips hurt, a leg extension machine works too. That is my booty workout. I hope you guys learned something new. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. If you follow me on Snapchat at carly.ar, I do post all of my workouts there. Otherwise, see you next time.